step therapy in his, he calls it first step therapy in his intern and family physician practice there in South Dakota, where he gives his patients a choice to either go straight traditional medication, nutrition and medication, or potentially try to fix some lifestyle diseases with nutrition and lifestyle change. And he has tremendous success with it. So can't wait to hear that. But Kristen White does the same thing in Jackson, Tennessee. When it relates to athletic performance, she ties our products into collegiate NFL athletes, mamas wanting to lose weight, dads wanting to get in shape. And then Ashley Antley is a medical professional in Florida. She's just been inaugurated into our scientific advisory board. She has a huge bank of knowledge on the lifestyle diseases, the different nutritional products that we offer here. I think she takes them all, maybe a couple times per day. And then Brittaney in Jackson, Tennessee, an educator by trade, has lost almost 100 pounds with our products, dealing with some health issues along the way. So all that being said, Kristen, I'm going to turn it over to you to let you lead it.
Okay. Well, last week, I just kind of chimed in on the Slenderize product knowledge that Todd was sharing as it related to PCOS and insulin resistance. And we know we have this fabulous pack that got released to us on Thursday, and it literally has just about every of the first step therapy products in there, maybe a couple that are not in there. But if you were to see this pack, it literally addresses, to me, everything you need as far as cellular nutrition, weight loss management, hormones, and meal replacements. If you haven't seen this promo pack that is in the back office now, it has skinny drops, it has the probiotics, it has the Giving Greens, it has the Optimals and Power Boost, maybe and Restorex. So I'm going to go through each of those and tell you just a little bit of product knowledge about those. I don't know exactly which order Todd, and he may have put more in the PowerPoint than what's in the pack. And if that's the case, I am totally equipped to talk about each of the ones that are in the PowerPoint, because I am self-confessed that I think every product that we offer, just about, if it's on the Nutrify line, it is definitely in my cabinet. He wants me to talk about the certifications, obviously, because it's in here. This is the main reason for me that this is the only product line I have used for 10 years. So I'll tell you a quick bit of knowledge about me. I've been in the fitness industry since 2004. So that's going on 20 years. I started the fitness industry at 19. And let me tell you, I've seen just about every supplement or supplement kind on the market. I've tried most of them, whether it was a pre-workout, whether it was a whey protein, a vitamin, you name it. I kind of tried it all, especially along the way. You didn't really know what you were getting, but I tried it because in the name of health, you think you're supposed to take those things, especially when you're doing athletic performance. You really want to try too, because you're trying to get the edge. But in 2013, things were going different in my body. And I realized it was very important to start reading my labels. My dad is actually the one who approached me with this product line, because he said he was going to take it. And I said, you're not taking anything unless I see it. I saw it and I was like, holy cow, this is really good stuff. So let me try it. And then I realized all of these different seals of approval were on these products. It was eliminating me having to sit in the vitamin shop, having to sit in GNC and read the back of the labels, looking for artificial ingredients, looking for those maltodextrins, looking for whey proteins, because I can't drink them because they hurt my stomach. All those ingredients I knew then were bad for me. That is fabulous that people are getting enlightened and they're knowing they shouldn't be taking. But this company already does that for me. So they were taking them out and I wasn't having to go back and reread all the labels. I still do because it's fun. But I feel comfortable with me consuming them, my daughter, my dad. I can give these to my customers and I can, with integrity, say, this is a health product, true health product. There is a health benefit. Notice I say benefit from taking this product. There is no side effect from it. So that was super important for me when it came to the certifications and seals and the testing. So that's essentially what that slide is for me. You want to click on?
Yeah, Ashley Antley, do you want to share anything there?
Yeah, yes, please.
Just, I mean, she said it, it's so important because all products are not created equal. So when we can have these third-party testing and we can feel 100% confident in these products that I'm taking every single day, I'm just like Kristen, I take these products every single day because I've never felt better than when I'm on all of these products. So it's just very important. You can't just go to your local GNC or, you know, wherever, Target, and pick up all these products and think that your body is really getting what it needs from them, because it's just simply not true. So very confident in all of these products and in this company.
Okay, so we're starting with the Slenderize line. If you want to talk about, I can talk about Pure Nourish first. That's completely fine. I actually put this in order. I made notes last night because I didn't want to forget anything to tell y'all.
Kristen, you can go in your order, and I can always get to the slide you're talking about.
Okay, well then let's talk about the drops first, because the drops are kind of what I consider the forefront of the Slenderize line. And I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time on the drops because, frankly, y'all know about the drops, right? They are the best seller right now, and y'all probably talk about them daily. But there's just a few things I want to make sure y'all know. We know that they are homeopathic, they are natural. And if you don't know what homeopathy is, just know it is the dilution. So I want you to think about this. If you had a tea bag and you are making tea and you steep it and you put it in the water, it starts getting diluted, right? That's kind of what homeopathy is. It gets diluted in the water and then you get a benefit from the tea. You're certainly not going to eat the tea leaves because it would be too much, but you get some benefit from steeping that tea. So we're thinking about that in terms of Slenderize, specifically Slenderex, because those are going to be our plant leaves. There's a few ingredients in there that are specific for things like obesity, controlling appetite. And we always talk about the Accelerate being the one that helps the mood and the anxiety, but the Slenderex actually has a few ingredients that also help with calming nerves and keeping your anxiety down too. So to me, this is kind of a 360 degree approach to weight loss, because we are controlling appetite. We are controlling the detoxification. We are promoting and facilitating detoxification. We're aiding digestion, but we're boosting metabolism, but we're also controlling that mental aspect to not allow you to overeat or get upset when you're hungry. So this is kind of like a crossing bridge to me to help people get into their lifestyle, because the approved food list is not just there to help you lose weight, okay? To keep you in caloric deficiency. If you look at all the foods, do we have the approved foods list on this slideshow? If you look at the approved foods list, you're going to see that all of these foods are nutrient dense. So yes, if you just ate from this food list and you kept your body in a caloric deficiency, you're probably going to lose weight, right? But it's the drops that kind of help you bridge over, because they're going to help support your endocrine system. They're going to help support your thyroid. They're going to help your mood, and they're going to help boost that metabolism. So to me, it's that crossing bridge, and also that way to help you stay on this approved foods list that is going to help serve your cells. That's going to help your cells thrive. And when you can give your cells that cellular nutrition from your food, because food is key one. Supplements are supplements. So let's get that clear too. A supplement, when we take the optimals, when we take MOA, when we take some of the things that we buy, they are additions to what we eat. So step one is getting your food right. And if you look at this food list, you're having clean, healthy proteins, you have your fruits, you have your vegetables, and you have your healthy fats. Where your cells need healthy fats too to thrive. So to me, this is like the perfect list to help you transition over into getting just the best out of your system. So I love that our program offers that. And then, of course, you have in the Accelerate, you have the ashwagandha, you have the rhodiola. Those are adaptogens. So when you are stressed out in this diet, in your lifestyle, you're controlling that cortisol, which is not going to, one, cortisol is going to promote free radicals too, which are damaging your cells, but also keeping fat on you. So to me, it is the perfect approach to not just weight loss, but to getting your system balanced. Do you want to add anything, Ashley or Brittaney? Because Brittaney, I mean, if anybody, you have the testimony here. You have almost 100 pounds gone.
Yes, I was just
yeah,
about to
add in.
say, let's definitely let her share her story here because it's incredible. She's got a huge story that I think can help a lot of people.
So first I will say, you said something, Kristen, that I used to view as a trigger word. Lifestyle change was a trigger word for me. And I think that that can happen for a lot of bigger people. Just for the simple fact that we're kind of comfortable with where we are. And I kind of thought I was doing everything right anyway. I was working out. I was, on my treadmill, on my Peloton. I was kickboxing 4 days a week, and I was comfortable with the rest of my life. So that lifestyle change was kind of a trigger word for me. But when we added these drops in the mix, it became almost like I started viewing it differently. I wasn't really like seeing a lifestyle change as a negative thing anymore. So I just want to kind of throw that out there. When you said that, the drops helped me realize that a lifestyle change doesn't have to be stressful. It doesn't have to be something that you can't enjoy. It can make you feel better. So I had to really change my thinking when I started this, but with the support that I've gotten from all of you ladies and Todd and just the whole Partner Co family, it's been amazing. So yeah, I started gaining weight when I was 22. A lot of you do know this story, but just for the new ones, but I was an athlete. I ate what I thought was correct. I now know it wasn't because they put all that sneaky stuff in our food. But I was gaining weight very rapidly. I gained 80 pounds that year. I was a size 3 when I started. I mean, I was a very small girl. And it just kind of piled on. And the doctors diagnosed me with PCOS, which is an endocrine. Kristen mentioned endocrine support earlier. It's an endocrine disorder, hormonal disorder. And it causes me to keep weight. And when I work out, I build muscle. I don't lose weight because my testosterone levels are higher. And I got on a really negative roller coaster. I started like starving myself, over exercising. And now I know that has kind of killed my body's ability to function correctly, right? Because you've got to feed your body. You can't over exercise, all of these things. And so anyway, after about 15 years, I had gained up to almost 400 pounds. I was miserable in my body. And I had tried everything, the Phenermine, Jenny Craig, doctor's diets, homeopathic diets. Nothing was going to work for me. I I seriously didn't think 2 little bottles of homeopathic ingredients could work for me if the doctors couldn't help me. But last year, I got a life-changing diagnosis of pseudotumor cerebri. So my brain was holding spinal fluid, and I was losing my vision. So I had gotten to the point in my life that I had to make a drastic change. Even though I thought I was doing everything correctly and the weight was still coming on, the doctors just told me, fix it by losing weight. And Jeremy said to the doctor, help her. We work out, we don't eat bad. And the doctor said, we can have brain surgery, we can put a stent in, or you can have weight loss surgery. I wasn't ready to have surgery. I didn't feel bad. I knew that I was a big girl, but my numbers were okay. My doctor actually said to me, you're the healthiest fat girl that I've ever met. My triglycerides, my cholesterol, everything was perfect, except for the fact that I was a big girl. And it was a hard thing. You guys know bigger people have a harder way to go sometimes. Kristen was with me on an airplane, and I barely fit in the seat recently, and it was harder. So anyway, I knew I had to make a change. I didn't want to lose my vision. I didn't want to get any bigger. But I didn't know how to make a change. And so Allison and Jerry, you guys mostly know them. They took me to meet Kim Gray, and she talked to me. I cried. Her story's amazing. We all know how she moves us to tears. And I left there crying. Jeremy ordered the transformation pack. At the time, but the skinny drops are what we're talking about today. And I've added in the other parts of the system too now, the Pure Nourish and all. But I will say I haven't told anybody. I kind of saved it for today, but I have hit below 300 pounds now. And I'm off 8 medications, and this system has saved my life, people. I'm no longer in debt. I'm no longer going to lose my vision. I get out of bed every day. I'm building a business. I have great friends. And so yeah.
We're so proud of you, Brittaney,
Anyway.
and so thankful that
Yes.
you are a changed life. So that's why we get up and do this every day, so we can help change people's lives. So you're incredible. So
I love
proud
you,
of
ladies.
Awesome.
Anyway, Kristen, you were talking about the drops, and so they did help me view it as they gave me that discipline I needed, but it also, looking at that food list and having the support of that we provide our customers, right? As their cheerleader, as their coach, helping them figure out if they're plateaued, what we can do. But having that from all of you totally changed the way I viewed my body. And it wasn't so much about losing weight anymore. I started looking at, I need to get healthy and the weight will come off. And that's what's changed for me.
That is amazing. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Kristen, this is your only slide for the all the shakes. You'll have to talk from the slide.
Okay, that's perfect. This is actually a perfect slide because now I can just look at the shakes system in general. So I'm going to talk about Pure Nourish first because Dr. Strand talks about it a lot in conjunction with the drops. And I use the shakes. I recommend the shakes. I get asked a lot, obviously running a gym, what kind of protein shake do you use? Well, you look at this protein shake and shakes are kind of, man, they are everywhere, right? And the first thing I always look for when people ask me about shakes is what's the number one ingredient? Are we looking at a dairy-based product, a whey protein product? If they say it's a plant-based product, is it really plant-based? I mean, or is it soy? And so I look at all of that. I'm going to tell you first about our Pure Nourish, and then why I think pea protein is superior to whey protein, and why I say no to soy products. So if you get asked those questions, you can have a little feedback and fire back to somebody if that one gets asked on Circle of Health a lot, by the way. Is this shake good? Is this shake okay? And you start digging and you see these ingredients in there. And to me, they're always a no. But first, Pure Nourish is plant-based, 100% plant-based. It is pea protein. And to know about peas, they are 90% protein. Okay, so that's already good. You will get some other people that will show you like brown rice proteins, some other form of plant-based proteins, but they're not complete proteins. So what is a complete protein? A complete protein has all 9 essential amino acids. So peas they're a complete protein. They're going to go in your system and they're going to be treated kind of like meat or an egg. So which is good. So you're not having to look for any other essential amino acids to gather from any other food. So if you had like a brown rice protein and you're not going to have all essential amino acids, you got to find another way to intake the other ones to make it a complete in the system, because your muscles want to make it complete. Peas are also really highly digestible, which means they're going to be really absorbable, so that your body's going to absorb them well. The benefits to peas is of course, they're gluten-free, so which is great right now because people are on gluten-free diets, or they've got celiac, or they got Crohn's, or they got something where they can't do a lot of gluten. Of course, they're soy-free, dairy-free. And peas produce the fewer amount of allergic reactions. So to me, it's a no-brainer that it's a very good form and clean protein. I despise, by the way, maybe I'll just go there. I despise soy-based products, maybe more so than whey proteins, because soy gets put more in the name of health. And whey protein kills my stomach, but I still don't like soy probably more. And so when you're looking through those ingredients and you see that it has a soy isolate or a soy lecithin, to me, these are target words that should not be put in a health product. One, because 90% of soybeans grown in the US are GMO. So they are genetically modified or they are altered. They are not just altered just because they make some, they're altered so they can withstand herbicide, okay? So for that and to make them more durable when they are being manufactured. So to me, it's like, it's just such a dirty product. An herbicide that goes on one of the on some of the soybeans can actually produce a chemical which can disrupt hormones. Soy in general mimics estrogen in the body, which creates hormone imbalance in females. It can also create abnormal growth of breast tissue in men. So men, like, it's like when you just have no idea all the places soy is hidden, but it should definitely not be in your meal replacement shake that you're drinking every day. Soy lecithin is actually an Orbit's gum. I mean, why? But it is. So these are little things you should start looking for and see where you can eliminate some of it. But specifically soy protein shakes, if it's plant-based and it doesn't say pea protein, look for that soy in there and it's a no. Okay. Then we're going to say no to whey. I do not like whey proteins. Yes, they are huge in athletic performance and bodybuilding worlds because they are easily digestible and they are quick. They are absorbed quick, which is beneficial right after a workout because it's like it gets into your bloodstream fast, it gets into the muscles fast, so they want that. But whey isolate, concentrates, and caseins, I'm also not a fan of. Why? Because, well, one, it's dairy. We know dairy is going to cause inflammation. How whey is made, if you didn't know, I'll give you a little background. It is the byproduct of cheese, yogurt, or cottage cheese. In the making of that, it's what's kind of left over. And why I don't like whey, besides the fact that it's dairy and it's from a cow, and cows are given a growth hormone to make them produce more milk, and that hormone is getting linked over to you. But cows are also fed GMO grain, they're fed GMO corn. That is getting put into your milk, right? So it all goes through the process to come back to you. So not only are cows given a growth hormone, they're fed GMOs. Most of the time they're given some sort of antibiotics, some sort of growth enhancers. By the way, those growth enhancers are not FDA approved for any humans. So why are they given to your cows and then given to you is beyond me. But unless your cows are eating organic corn and grass, it's not a clean whey. But even then, I don't even consider it clean because of just the way that the whey has to even then be dried. So it goes through a whole different process. Other ingredients to look for in your proteins that are red flags to me, of course, are our artificial sweeteners. Our Pure Nourish has no artificial sweeteners. Artificial colors. You notice our Pure Nourish doesn't have any flavor on it. It just says natural because there's no artificial flavoring to it. It's going to take the flavor of whatever you put into it, which is what I love. There's no artificial colors. It is just very one noted. And there's no maltodextrin. So there's no fillers. There's no binders. There's no gunk. And if you don't know anything about maltodextrin, I will say that to me, that is probably, it's right up there with soy, with being one of the nastiest ingredients that is put into our foods. It is very high on the glycemic index. It's made from potatoes or some sort of starch, and it's sticky because it's a binder. So think about when you drink it, it goes through your stomach, then gets into your intestines, and it gets sticky. So it's adhering to your intestinal tract, your colon. Well, I just said it was high on the glycemic index, and now it's sticky. What does that mean? It is a breeding ground for bacteria in your stomach and your small intestine. Obviously, it's the reason why people have stomach issues when they drink those, especially over time, and they swell and their stomachs hurt or their gut biome gets completely off. So those are the three ingredients that I look for first And then I can get real nitpicky from there if I wanted to go to. But if one of those is in a meal replacement shake, it is not a health product. And I think our Pure Nourish is truly a meal replacement healthy shake. None of that is in there. And I drink at least one a day. Favorite go-to, it keeps you full, has lots of fiber. It has probiotics, prebiotics, vitamin panel, and I know Ashley, Antley, you drink them. Brittaney,
Yeah.
you drink them? Yeah, y'all chime in too. Because I'll just ramble.
I drink these every single morning for breakfast. I was not a big breakfast person, and part of why I had a stubborn 15 pounds that I could not drop until I started the drops was I would not eat breakfast. I would get up and I would go straight to the coffee pot, fill the cup with a huge amount of coconut sugary creamer. I always bought the big jars of the blue coconut creamer, and I would just do a ton of creamer with a splash of coffee. I would have about 2 to 3 cups of that every single morning. So I was starting the day full of sugar. So I started turning 40, had 15 pounds I couldn't lose. And then when I found Partner Co. and the drops, that all changed. I started drinking this for breakfast. The drops, I started slowly not even craving the sugary coffee. So I would do this and do a cup of black coffee with a little bit of almond milk, a little bit of stevia, but I cut out that sugar, and I think this helped because I was fueling the day starting with this and not with a cup of sugar. And this, I stay full on this, and I really feel like it's a meal. People say it's a protein shake and they think it's just a quick little shake. It will fill you up and it can actually replace your meals. So I highly suggest you guys do the shake if you haven't been.
Yeah, and I love the Giving Greens because when I started this journey, I wasn't really a big green eater. So I added that in, and it changed the game. Now I do get a lot more greens in my diet, but I still drink that. And then I always wanted something sweet, so I just kind of, if I want something sweet, I'm able to do the Cocoa Power Boost or the Orange Power Boost or the Orange Beauty Boost in the Pure Nourish, and it just knocks out that sweet craving right away. So I'm replacing it. I'm tricking my mind, right? Which is important for somebody like me who's kind of gotten off track, when I started. And so if I can trick my mind, then it helps me stay on track.
Yes, I love that you tricked your mind. That's awesome. But it's truly, I say that all the time. It's truly what these drops do. It's like they change something in our brain to where we start wanting and craving healthier too. With these Giving Greens, I will even sneak a scoop of these like in the kids shake, or you can put it wherever in different things. And it's got 2.5 pounds of vegetables for one serving. I mean, nobody eats 2.5 pounds of vegetables per day. I mean, the typical person like me.
Right.
So this is a good way to sneak it in there. I love the Giving Greens.
I absolutely do too. And that was actually going to be the next product I rolled right into. So that was my perfect segue, ladies. Because the Giving Greens I do all three. So I go Pure Nourish. I do 2 scoops of the Power Boost because I like extra chocolate. And then I do, of course, the 2 scoops of the greens, and I just shake it up in my shaker. So Ashley just said it is 2.5 pounds of green vegetables. So these are cruciferous vegetables. So what does that mean? These are very deep in color vegetables. And does anybody know? If you do, you can raise your hand, or you can just say it, why they're called cruciferous vegetables. This is a little trivia. Nobody's saying, no one's putting it in the chat. So it is spelled Cruci. So the petal on these vegetables have 4 petaled flowers, and they're in the shape of a crucifix or a cross. So to me, that's very neat because these are some of the best, some of the best plants, vegetables on the planet for your body, and they're in the shape of a cross. So the deeper in color, the more nutrient dense they are. So think of like this. One of them is spinach that's in our Giving Greens. Think about spinach compared to iceberg lettuce? Which one's deeper in color? Spinach. What's way more nutrient dense? We know that, right? We know it's way more nutrient dense than iceberg lettuce. We have broccoli in here. We have Brussels sprouts. So the deeper the color of the vegetable or the fruit, more than likely, it's going to have more nutrients. These nutrients typically will have some compounds that can help fight cancer. So there's another plus to the Giving Greens. They're super high in fiber, so they're going to help stabilize blood sugar. So again, you're putting something in your shake that's helping, one, stabilize blood sugar. We know that helps with maintaining weight loss, but also help lowering cholesterol. Ashley just said keeps you full longer. The greens will actually help do that too, along with the Pure Nourish shake. So there's soluble fiber and insoluble fiber in the Giving Greens. So soluble fiber feeds the good gut bacteria, and insoluble fiber is going to help soften and bulk up your stool. So it's going to help make your bowel movements better. So it's a win-win here, okay? Especially for people who have trouble going to the bathroom. The Giving Greens will also be high in vitamin C, vitamin K, folate, vitamin E, just super nutrient dense things. So I love these. I do 2 scoops a day. My kid, you put it in the Power Boost. She cannot taste the greens either. I typically just give her 1 scoop, and it kind of masks the greens get masked from her, so she doesn't even know she's drinking her vegetables. So to me, with the Power Boost, which we know is our amino acid blends, and if you don't know anything about it, it's going to have your amino acids, which will help recovery, help with keeping lean muscle mass, great for exercise. But I mean, to me, it just, like Brittaney said, it helps knock that sweet tooth out. If you put a little bit of that Power Boost on some blueberries and strawberries in the evening, and a few crushed up almonds, I'm telling you, it's a really good dessert, and it does kill that sweet tooth because you get your bit of fruit, you get a little chocolate, and you get a little crunch.
And it's
a
very
great little
flavorful too. Like,
very
it's so funny that you said that you do 2 scoops. I can only do like half a scoop or maybe 1 because it's so chocolatey.
Well, I overdo everything, by the way, Ashley.
Hey, Kristen.
Yeah.
Can you recommend, somebody's asking if you can use it in baking?
The chocolate?
Nancy,
I have a tip. I have to tell you, whoever asked that, I don't cook, Nancy. My husband cooks, but I'm sure you can. I just do this shake.
In the next
sure you
56
can.
day, in the next 56-day program, they've got all kind of sweet products in their cookbooks they make from Power Boost, and it's really good in coffee.
So
Tina
just
says you use it to cook. Go ahead.
one little tip too is, since it's been cold-ish, I'm in Florida, so it comes and goes, and since it's Christmas time, we do hot chocolate. So I heat up almond milk, and then I put a scoop of this in there, blend it up, froth it real good. It's great hot chocolate.
I have done that. That is good. That is good.
Protein bars. We get that question a lot around here too, Kristen. We use that Cocoa Boost in the protein bars we make. There's not really a good protein bar you can buy at a store.
No, there's really not. I just am of the mindset, if it's in a package and it doesn't expire, it's just, yeah. I know there are situations, where it's like, oh, I'm in the airport and this is all I've got. Sometimes those, I think they're called Good RX bars, or they have it'll say it's got 3 ingredients in it. That's about it. But I recommend not making protein bars a habit. Real food is where you're going to find more nutrition. And your body needs micronutrients. The stress of that is where I just can't emphasize it enough. And you get micronutrients from fresh food.
Yep, and God-given food. I loved how you talked about the cross. I had never heard that. That's amazing, but that just points us to where all this comes from. It's God-given food because that's what he created for us to be our best self. So when we start doing all the prepackaged stuff, it just really goes downhill.
Yes, I agree. I'm going to roll into Restorex now. I was doing some, I know about Restorex. I've used it many times years ago. As I was updating myself on Restorex last night, I realized how bad I need Restorex again. Funny because it really is an important product. I always tell people to use Restorex when they're hitting weight plateaus, and that's always been my go-to for talking about weight plateaus. But really, Restorex is more than just the weight plateau. This should actually probably be used by everybody at least once or twice a year. And as I was again getting my brain ready to talk about Restorex last night, I remembered why. Because if you don't know, we live in a really toxic world. Our environment is toxic, our air is toxic, our water is toxic. Sometimes the foods we eat are toxic. I found a quick statistic. This is from 2005. 4.7 billion pounds of toxins are put into our air a year. 72 million pounds of those are carcinogens. So think of all of that you're breathing, and your body will store some of it. Okay. And our water, you have fluoride, you have chlorine, you have chloride. Your body can't get rid of some of all of it. So where do you put it? You're putting it in, well, your fat cells, which is why we normally tell sometimes people, well, get on Restorex, you hit your plateau, we'll pull those toxins out of your fat cells. But it's more than just fat cells, guys. We store toxins in our kidneys. We store them in our liver. We store them in our hair. You can even store them in your bones and your brain. So how do we get them out? Well, Restorex. It's going to have some ingredients in it that specifically can help pull some of these toxins out, specifically heavy metals. The zeolite, the chlorella, and the spirulina are negatively charged. So when they go in through your system and your GI tract, which has a huge blood supply, by the way, your GI tract, and they get exposed to those heavy metals. Well, heavy metals are positively charged. And I just told you those three ingredients are negatively, they're going to bind to them. And so they're going to help pull them out. So the zeolite, if you don't know, the zeolite in our Restorex is patented, which is pretty cool. It is a microporous mineral from it's a volcanic origin. I believe ours is from Austria. And so it's one of the best in the world. So if you don't know anything about this company, they are going to find some of the best ingredients from the planet Earth to put into our products. The chlorella also will also adhere to the heavy metals, and so will the spirulina. Activated charcoal and the chlorophyll will help with gas and also just aid in some digestion. Not only were we, we have a question.
We're getting quite a few questions about how often you take it and how long.
Well, once or twice a day, I think. I always do it once a day. I think you can do it twice a day.
I do it once a day.
So
actually,
Barbara,
go ahead.
Barbara Cox, who's over products and Partner Co, she's over everything. She actually did on our team call a call about this. So she spoke for like an hour. Wow. And what she does is she does it a couple times per year, 2 weeks at a time.
2 weeks at a time.
Yeah, and she does 1 scoop in the morning and then 1 scoop before bed. And she puts it, I even got a little demonstration for y'all. She puts it in a glass of water, stirs it up real good. And then she does it before bed because she said it'll pull all the toxins and it'll attract everything while you're sleeping. So you wake up feeling better, feeling debloated, feeling refreshed. Mm-hmm. And she says it's one of the best products that Partner Co has.
I agree. Actually, after I was researching again, I was like, well, looks like I'm starting Restorex Saturday for 2 weeks. And if you don't know, you should always stir with something plastic because you don't want to remove any of those negatively charged. If it's with metal, it can disrupt the magnetic properties, but it will also help just bind to anything acidic in there. and get your body alkaline. Am I saying that right? Alkaline.
Yes.
I'm not
yes.
saying it right. I'm getting a tongue twist.
Hey, and don't forget, take it like 1 hour from taking any vitamin or
Yes.
anything, because it will draw those out, and you just took those, so you don't want those to be drawn out.
Correct.
Absolutely. We do want our body having alkalinity. And that sounds, I can say that one better. Because cancer is known to grow in acidic bodies. So if we can keep our body in an alkaline state, you have less chance of growing cancer or degenerative disease. So this will help do that as well. So it's a great push. I challenge everyone to do a 2-week RestoreX push and see how you feel after 2 weeks after getting some of those toxins out. All right, you want me to do Magna-Cal D, Todd, even though it's not in that pack? You just want me to talk about it?
Yes, please. I had some requests for it. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, happy to. Okay, so this is probably one of my favorite products. I think I say that a lot though. And
You
do. I do. I say that a lot. And this is the perfect combination of our vitamin D, magnesium, my goodness, I just had calcium, and it also is going to have vitamin K2 in it. Okay. And the good part about this product, one, it's also in our physician's desk reference. So if you didn't know that, you can actually find this one. You can make medical claims that can help regrow bone. With not the product specifically, but the formulation of the products together. But it has the right formulation of vitamin D, calcium, magnesium, and vitamin K. It doesn't have too much calcium, too much magnesium. It's a nice balance, and that is specifically good for your kidneys. So it's not going to help an overgrowth of calcium deposits. So it's not going to make too much calcium buildup, which there are some products on the market. If you get too much calcium, you can get kidney stones. If you don't have the right amount of vitamin D to calcium, you're not going to absorb. If you don't have the right vitamin K, you are going to have calcium deposits put into your arteries and not your bones. So this is going to have vitamin K2, which is kind of like your crossing guard, saying, yes, you may go into my bones. Yeah, no, you may not go into my arteries. There was a lot of research done a couple years ago, and articles coming out saying calcium products were dangerous. Well, that's because they didn't have vitamin K2 in them. Because without that essential ingredient, it doesn't know where to put it. Also, if you don't have the right amount of vitamin, if you're deficient in vitamin D, one, you're going to feel sluggish. You could have some sort of autoimmune issues. And I like to say a lot of just diseases are made either in toxicity or deficiency. So if you don't have your micronutrients elevated and you're deficient in something, you're going to get sick. We just talked about detoxing. If you're not getting those toxins out, you're going to get sick. But also specifically, if we don't have vitamin D levels up, if we don't have the right vitamin C levels up, if you don't have certain levels up, you can get sick. To me, this product is super powerful because it is going to deliver vitamin D, and vitamin D is if vitamin D deficiency is low, it is a precursor to many illness, and it is in the right form. It's D3, it's calciferol, so it's going to be like what you make when you lay in the sun. So your body will absorb it, it's going to know what to do with it, and it's going to help get those calciferol levels raised into your blood.
So Jeremy has been in AFib lately, and we took the Magna-Cal D to his cardiologist, and they told us stick with that, no beta blockers, because the magnesium in it. Is that correct, Kristen? Is the magnesium?
I'm sorry, what was you said
I said his cardiologist. Yeah. his cardiologist said that he looked at the Magna-Cal D and they took him. I mean, they're not going to put him on beta blockers.
Oh, that I'm not. That's one I would have to look into. I don't even want to. Yeah.
Touch. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I should have asked you that before. But yeah, so they told, and also my headaches are better. And with my
Yes.
PCOS, with my PCOS with the Magna-Cal D, I have a higher level of testosterone than most women. And that Magna-Cal D is lowering my testosterone, keeping it in check, I guess. And I'm not having the hair loss, the male pattern baldness like I was. I have
Yes.
hair and I'm not getting this anymore. I have like one spot that's only growing hair that I shouldn't be growing hair in. So
I
Yeah.
have heard that. That is incredible because I've heard several people say since they've started this product, they have seen that. And also it will help you sleep better. There's a lot of people that
Yes.
take, because it's 4 per day. I personally take 2 in the morning and then 2 before bed, but there's a lot of people that take all 4 before bed, and they say it's been incredible as far as sleeping.
yes.
Yes, I take mine before bed. It also, magnesium deficiencies are linked to migraines. So a lot of people who start using it will notice that their headaches may subside or get less frequent just because their magnesium levels get up. Just a world of benefits when you start putting in magnesium, vitamin D in general, because your body just knows what to do with them. And in the right forms and formulations. All right, anybody? I'm going to move on to the optimals real quick. I won't stay on them too long. So this was one of the first products that I actually tried when I was approached with the products in 2013. It was the drops, the optimals, and I believe Rejuvenex. Because this was my prenatal, by the way. So this is what I use instead of prenatal vitamins, because if you were to look at the back of these labels and you can start comparing them to the prenatal vitamins that the doctor gives you, and I don't know, I mean, it's just they are supposed to give you a prenatal vitamin. These are obviously in capsules, not tablets. So there right there is a huge difference because my body's actually going to break them down and absorb them. These are going to be in clinical amounts, not just RDA recommendations. It's going to provide all your micronutrients at optimal or advanced levels for a health benefit, not just to not have a deficiency, which to me is that's the difference. We're not just looking at giving you a recommended daily allowance to not create deficiency or disease, which that's what an RDA recommendation is. I want you just to take enough just so you don't get sick or ill. You take enough vitamin D so you don't get rickets. Take enough vitamin C so you don't get scurvy. Take enough of this, you don't. That's not what these are. These surpass and give you so much cellular nutrition that you actually have a health benefit from it. I get approached at least twice a week by someone who says, "Well, you look at my vitamins and tell me what you think of them." Okay, I always look at the other ingredients first to see if they have flow agents on them or any fillers, binders, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes I can't find any of that stuff. So then I say, okay, now let's look at the nitty gritty and look at how much of each you're actually getting. And it's never the same. Like to look at the back of these labels and see how much extra vitamin A and vitamin C and vitamin E and whichever vitamin you want to pick, you're getting is in such an insanely high amount that honestly your cells have they have no reason not to thrive if you use this. To me, this is probably one of the best products we have. There's a really great video of Dr. Strand showing how much you have to eat. I think it's like 12 sticks of butter to get the same amount of vitamin E that our optimals do. It's like 14 ribeyes to get a certain vitamin that the meat provides. It's like bundles of spinach. You actually have to eat that much just to get what this product would deliver. And It's not one of those flashy products that is an easier sell, because I mean, people can just go to Walgreens and the vitamin shop and try to find it. They can buy Nature's Made, and they can buy whatever Centrums and all of that. But until you know the difference, you actually feel a difference in your body when you start using the Optimals. And that is the difference to me. When people tell me they get on vitamins and they say, I don't know if I take it or not. And I'm like, then why are you wasting your money? Because I know when I put in a product that I can feel a difference. Like, I literally can tell a change from most of these. I know there's a difference when I put them in. Even this Omega Q I'm looking at, I know when I use it, my joints don't hurt as bad. I don't know if it's, I mean, I assume it's probably helping my heart. I haven't had any tests done to check my cholesterol this year or anything like that. I've never had high cholesterol. But my joints feel better because actually fish oil helps your joints too. So it is, these products really do to me deliver the health benefit and that edge because they are health products. And our Optimals is also in the physician's desk reference. All right, I'm going to roll into the Omega Q real quick. This one is not in that pack, but it is also a super amazing fish oil. And if you know people who are already using products, by the way, or maybe you are, this is the time where you just say, it's time to make the switch. It's the transition over, because it's, I know people that take fish oil or refuse to take fish oil because they say they burp it. By the way, you won't burp this one up. But it's just about changing it over. So a quick rundown on our Omega Q. This is our fish oil. And my husband's cholesterol came back high this past year. And I was like, oh, looks like you're starting my fish oil. And he was like, I don't want to take it. I'm going to burp it up. And I was like, no, you actually won't. He was like, okay, get me a bottle. He's never complained once of the fact that it tasted bad. So here's why. One, the Omega Q is going to be harvested from small fish. Okay. So these are going to be from our sardines and our anchovies. Why is that important? Because why are small fish important compared to a lot of fish oils are harvested from big fish or whales or sharks or tuna or mackerel? They live a long time. So if they live a long time and that's 20 plus years and they're out in the ocean, what does that mean?
Toxins.
You got it. They're exposed to more toxins in the water.
Soaking up all that yucky stuff. And then that's what we're getting.
You got it. But sardines and anchovies have a lifespan of about 5, maybe 7 years, depending. Also, we get our fish from the Caribbean coast. So we're going to a very clean water supply, not just any water supply. We not only choose small fish, now we're choosing small fish that live in clean water because we don't want our fish and our product to have toxins. So it's like going that extra, it's just that extra mile, it's just that extra note in our, the way that they formulated and put the products together. They've really consciously gone that extra mile for you to think, I'm going to make this the best product for them. Not only that, the extraction process. This is why they don't taste bad as well. Our fish oils are not extracted through hexane. So hexane is toxic. It is a solvent that gets put over the fish, it pulls the oil out, and some of that hexane is allowed to stay in the product. The EPA allows it, the FDA allows it. But if you look up hexane environmentally and you inhale it, it can actually be lethal. Why in the world would I want to ingest that? I don't. So we don't do that. They use a slight fermentation process that pulls this oil out. We don't own the process, but we hire people that patented it. And it's a very clean process that pulls the oil out. And that's how our fish oil is formulated and then packed. So we have clean fish, clean water, and we have a clean purification system that extracts our oil. So it makes the best fish oil to me on the market, and you will not burp it, I promise. Is there any other products that I didn't hit?
Were
Or
you
that
gonna-
anybody wants me to
Yeah,
hit.
Kristen, I'm sorry. We got to end close on time, but I
Yeah.
forgot to make a slide on the probiotic, and that's
Yep.
in this pack.
Okay, that's fine. I can do a quick probiotic. Like I can hit probiotics in 2 minutes. So this is the best probiotic to me on the market. It has 15 different strands of probiotics, which means you're going to get more. Most of them on the market have somewhere between, I say that all the time, 7 and 9. You're going to get 15 different ones. So you're getting everything good for your gut biome. If you don't know, your gut's like your second brain. And literally, I could tell you studies about mice, and they took gut biomes of unhealthy people and obese people, and they all got fat just from their gut biomes being changed. So if you have your gut in check, which the probiotic will help, it's giving your body good probiotics, good bacteria. One, you're going to go to the bathroom better. Your brain is actually going to be better. You can be actually less stressed. And then I feel like our probiotic is superior because it is slow digesting. So when you take a traditional probiotic, it's typically probably going to get broken down in your stomach. Lots of stomach acid is there. And that is not where you need your probiotics to be. You need your probiotics to be in your small and large intestine. So that is where ours will be when they are digested. It will get into, because it's slow digesting, it will get into your small and large intestine where the good flora will actually go and flourish. And you'll go to the bathroom better. You will have less bloating. I would have to actually say that the probiotic is maybe my number 2 seller in the gym, because I train a lot of women. Women have those issues, especially as they age, and they do not like to run out of the probiotic. So for me, it's the best one on the market. Again, if you have any other questions, anybody, always feel free to reach out and ask them on Facebook. I know Ashley and Brittaney probably feel the exact same way as me. We're here to ask. We're here for questions, help, anytime. I hope that was helpful this morning.
Yeah, they're raving
Ladies,
in
don't want
the
to add
chat.
anything?
They're raving in the chat, Kristen, that thank you for all the information. They want you to do it again with more products.
Yes.
Well, there's
very-
more.
Hey, Ashley, share the holiday pack that just went live, I think yesterday, maybe.
I don't
It's-
know.
I don't know the cost off the top of my head. Do you know it, Brittany, for that? I just know it. Is it 25%
370.
off?
It's $375 is what it is on sale.
Okay, it's $375 on sale, but there is a holiday pack, and I think I'm saying this off the top of my head. I haven't been there and ordered it yet. I was getting ready to do it when I got off. But you got the vitamin and mineral, the Restore Extra Probiotic, the Skinny Drops, and then 3 of the shakes. You got the Pure Nourish, the Branch Chain Amino Acid, the Pro Boost, and the greens. And
Yes.
so I think that runs the rest of this week. And then we talked about the Omega Q and the Magna Cal D. One secret that we do here at our house, if you're not aware of it, with our nutritional products, if you actually click on the single product and then do the drop down button, you can buy all of them in 3 packs and get about a 20% discount. And then some things like the CoQ10, you can actually buy in a 10 pack and get an even bigger discount. So just know that's all in the system for anybody that does have interest. Thank you, ladies. Y'all are amazing. The chat
Kristen's
ran all
amazing.
morning long.
This was fun. Thank you,
It
guys.
was.
Yes.